Fina already had Bahamut floating behind her, and now it seems that Dark Fina just came swooping down riding it. Nice. Umbral Dragon Dark Fina's Trustmaster reward is Dark Bahamut Synergy, a materia that boosts magic by 50% and gives a magic dragon killer buff. Definitely good if you plan to go up against a dragon with a magic team. Her Super Trustmaster reward, Dark Empress Birch, is a dark magic whip that further boosts the unit's magic when they're dual wielding. It's very powerful, almost like the game's laughing at us for thinking Quistis' whip was incredible. Of course, it's still good, but look at that damage boost. Anyways, active abilities. She has 3 chaining abilities, Bolting Strike, Chaos Wave, and Chaos Wave Awakened. She can use 3 elements, Wind, Earth, and Dark. Her Bolting Strike versions imperils their respective elements by 90% and will slightly increase the damage modifiers of her elemental active abilities. Her Chaos Wave versions are basically the same, but they're stronger and will imperil the elements by 100% instead. The Chaos Wave Awakened moves, as you might expect, are far stronger, but it won't imperil the enemy at all. Unlike her CG rendition, this Dark Fina doesn't have any consecutive damage shenanigans, but her base damage is already far higher anyways. Let's get to the rest of her abilities. Aura of Darkness will completely fill up her limit burst without fail. Speaking of which, her limit burst will imperil the enemy's Wind, Earth, and Dark resistance by 120%, increase her magic by 250%, use an incredible amount of damage, lets her cast her skills 4 times in a turn, and will increase the damage modifier of all of her abilities. This is a pivotal part of her damage rotation, so don't hesitate to use it whenever you lose her buffs. But her limit burst will actually take a backseat to one of her upcoming abilities. Back to her active abilities. Dark Dragon King's Majesty will increase your team's Wind, Earth, Light, and Dark resistance by 75%, which is situationally useful. Dark Mega Flare is pretty much her big bang attack that blows all of her other active abilities out of the water in terms of damage. But there's one problem. It requires you to use up Dark Fina's limit burst in order to cast it. Not to worry, that's what Aura of Darkness is for. There's no reason not to use it unless your opponent completely resists Dark. And at that point, I'm not quite sure why you're bringing along Umbral Dragon Dark Fina. Let's move on to her cooldown abilities. Sorceress's Aura is her startup move that boosts her magic by 300%, gives her a magic killer against machines and dragons, and lets her quadruple cast for 4 turns. Then she has 3 different cooldown versions of Dark Dragon King's Roar, which will deal either Wind, Earth, or Dark Chaos Wave Awakened damage. Furthermore, they increase the damage of their respective elemental attacks and imperil the enemy's respective resistance by 120% for 5 turns. Onto her passives. She has the innate dual wield and has a magic killer against beasts, aquatics, plants, machines, insects, and reapers. Very fitting for Bahamut. She will also have her limit burst automatically filled up the moment she enters the battle. There is nothing else incredibly interesting, though players who like to use Bahamut might be interested to know that its evocation damage is boosted by a great amount when equipped to Umbral Dragon Dark Fina. So let's make a rotation for her. I'll be using Umbral Dragon Dark Fina as a dark magic attacker. Using her limit burst first is a pretty good move on turn 1. Then, on turn 2, cast Sorceress's Aura, double cast Dark Impact, and then use Aura of Darkness. We'll be using Aura of Darkness from now on so that way Dark Fina can make sure Dark Mega Flare is available. On turn 3, use Dragon King's Roar, Dark, Dark Impact, Dark Mega Flare, and Aura of Darkness once again. On turn 4, double cast Dark Impact, use Dark Mega Flare, and use Aura of Darkness. Turn 5 is a repeat. Since the buffs from Dragon King's Roar are still up by turn 6, we'll switch the order around and use Dark Impact, Dragon King's Roar Dark, Dark Mega Flare, and Aura of Darkness. Then, on turn 7, use Sorceress's Aura, cast Dark Mega Flare, and use Aura of Darkness. From there, continue using her active abilities in the best order to optimize your damage. Remember that Aura of Darkness is a pivotal part of her moveset, as without it, you aren't guaranteed her Dark Mega Flare attack next turn. Umbral Dragon Dark Fina is one of the strongest magic damage dealers in the game, and actually beats out both Ace and Rem by a long shot. Even so, I'm personally not that interested in her, as she's essentially locked to her 3 elements. That may not seem like a huge drawback, but magic damage dealers are inherently flawed when they can't get around bosses with certain elemental resistances. As a result, I believe that going for units with versatility is a much better play and will deliver a lot more mileage in the future. With that said, if you get every unit that can deal elemental damage, you're pretty much covered in that regard as well. In the end, throwing your Lapis at this banner is a choice that you can make. Make no mistake though, she's definitely worth it. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment below if you try to summon Dark Fina, or if you hope you get one of the other units.